Olive was standing in a big room, surrounded by huge skeletons.
Okay, these are very impressive.
Olive saw a little old man dusting one of the skeletons.
Hello, I'm Olive.
Oh, hello. My name's Pterodactyl. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What is this amazing place, Terry?
Well, Olive, this is a museum, and these are dinosaur skeletons. Dinosaurs used to roam our planet millions of years ago.
Where? That's a long time.
Oh, yes, and it's my job to keep these spotless. I could really use some help tonight dusting them.
I'd love to help you, Terry.
Thanks, Olive. We have to be very careful, though. They're extremely delicate.
So Olive and Terry got to work dusting the bones. But all of a sudden, Olive spotted a shadow moving. It looked like one of the dinosaur skeletons.
Hey, the skeleton's alive!
Olive turned and ran away, but she wasn't looking where she was going.
Olive, watch out!
Cried Terry. Too late.
Yeah!
Olive ran straight into another skeleton, and all the bones collapsed. Those bones tumbled into the next skeleton, and it fell over too. Then the next, and the next, until every skeleton had tumbled into a huge pile of bones on the floor.
Oops, sorry.
Said Olive.
Olive, what have you done? The museum opens soon and everybody will want to see the dinosaurs.
Sorry, I saw a dinosaur move over there and it scared me.
Standing next to the pile of bones stood a rather sheepish-looking boy wearing a dinosaur mask.
Oh, that's my son. Pterodactyl, what have I told you about creeping up on people wearing that mask? I'm sorry, Olive. No wonder you were scared. I'm sorry, too,
said Jerry.
That's okay, Jerry.
But how am I ever going to put all these skeletons back together? It's impossible. Would you like to see my dinosaur drawings, Olive? Look, I've done every single skeleton in the museum.
These are really good. Drawings? Piles of bones? I think I may have an idea. Jerry, we can use your pictures to help us rebuild all the skeletons. I'm sure we'll be finished before the museum opens.
Great idea, Olive. Let's do it.
So they got started.
Put that there, Dad.
But it was like a huge puzzle. It really wasn't easy to work out where the bones were meant to go,
Put this one here.
Something's not quite right.
said Olive.
Too late. The museum has just opened. Here comes the first tour group.
And here on your right is the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and as you can see, it had absolutely huge wings.
Oh!
And over here is the Brontosaurus with its, two tails.
Ah!
That's enough of the dinosaurs. Let's move on, shall we?
Phew, I think we got away with it, Olive.
I think we've created some brand new dinosaurs, like the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay, actually, I've been rebuilding dinosaur skeletons.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was standing on the deck of a huge wooden sailing ship in the middle of the sea.
Okay, look at all that water.
Ahoy there!
Olive saw a cat wearing a dashing outfit and a sailor's hat.
Welcome aboard. I'm Captain Chris Columpuss, the most famous explorer in all of the 7 seas.
Hello, my name's Olive. I've never met a famous explorer before.
Olive, you don't have any food on you, do you? Me and my crew are absolutely starving.
Olive turned around to see a chubby bulldog and a Jack Russell.
Oh, hello.
These are my trusty shipmates, Bully the cook and Master Jack Russell, the deckhand.
We're really hungry.
Complained Jack.
I'm sorry. What happened to all your food?
A few days ago, we sailed through a terrible storm. An enormous wave washed all our food overboard, along with my map of the 7 seas.
Now we're down to our very last tiny piece of stale bread.
said Bully sadly.
Oh dear, that's not going to fill you up.
Said Olive.
And without my map, we're lost and can't find our way back home.
I'm not very good with maps and directions, but maybe I can find you something to eat.
Olive looked at Bully's vest and Jack's mop.
A mop? A string vest? I think I may have an idea.
Olive tugged on a loose end of Bully's vest. It unravelled into a long piece of string, which she tied to the end of the mop.
Oh, what's that for?
Asked the confused Captain Chris.
It's a fishing rod. We can use it to catch fish for dinner. I just need something to get the fish to bite.
Olive spotted the last scrap of bread in the basket. She tied it to the end of the fishing line and threw it in the water. Oh! Cried the crew.
Our last scrap of bread.
You'll just have to wait.
So they waited, and they waited. All their tummies rumbled because they were so hungry. After what seemed like ages, there was a tug on the line. Olive pulled a massive fish out of the sea.
Hooray for Olive!
Hooray!
Cheered the crew. Olive caught fish after fish and all sorts of other tasty sea creatures. Then, suddenly, Olive felt one almighty tug.
Oh, help!
The crew all grabbed hold of the rod and together they pulled out a huge whale who immediately sneezed and from its blowhole gushed a spout of seawater with a map on top.
My map! Now we're no longer lost. Let's celebrate.
Woohoo!
So Bully cooked the biggest fishy feast ever. They ate and ate until they could eat no more.
Would you like any dessert, Olive? Jellyfish and ice cream?
Oh, no, thank you. Just the thought of it makes me feel all wobbly.
Everyone laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Egg? Actually, I've been sailing on the high seas.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.